Hey guys, welcome to the channel today, and thanks for watching as always. Today is kind of an interesting day. I have my buddy here, Trent, aka Trent the car guy from Tucson Subaru. He has become a really good friend of mine over the years, and he just took delivery of a 2019 Ascent. So we are going to do an introduction to that car today. I'm not going to do a full review. There's plenty of those online, and actually if you want to follow along with Trent's build of his Ascent, please click the link below, subscribe to his channel, and follow along there. But today I'm just going to do an introduction to the Ascent, and I'm going to compare it a little bit to the Crosstrek. So for those of us who are Crosstrek owners, you can kind of get a feel for what the vehicle's all about. I'm pretty excited to drive it and really excited to see it in person. Watch along, hope you enjoy it, and as always, appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. All right, guys, so what we have here is Trent's 19 Ascent in crystal white pearl. It is the touring model, and Trent basically has every option available except for the body side molding. He is going to wrap this car for his business, so he did not go with that. Really nice looking vehicle. It is a very good cross between the Outback and the Forester, in my opinion, and really shows that Subaru DNA. We'll get into the interior here in a second, but I just want to give you kind of some basics on it to begin with, without going into all of the numbers. The Ascent is 21 inches longer than the Crosstrek, 5 inches wider, and 8 inches taller. So it is a nice size vehicle. It'll fit 7 or 8 people comfortably, and it is a nice addition to the Subaru lineup. So we checked out the Ascent at the house, and then I took it for a drive. And I just want to give you my initial impressions, kind of the things that struck me right up front. And the first thing that hit me, number one, was how premium and how nice the interior of this vehicle is. They made some great improvements with the Crosstrek in 18 over the previous years, but this thing is beautiful. These Java leather seats, which are only available on the premium, are gorgeous. They're very comfortable, supportive, and everything looks really nice. Even the faux wood is very nice. The dashboard is soft touch, and everything is laid out well. So even though it is premium, the one thing I did like is that it is still very Subaru-esque. The steering wheel is soft, all the controls are familiar, the knobs, and even the Harman Kardon system, even though it is the 3.1 this year, it is still very similar, easy to use, laid out very similarly. Just the apps themselves have changed. And one of the things that they did add to the touring model only is ventilated seats, which for someone here in Arizona is a very nice thing. The second thing I really noticed when driving the Ascent was, even though it's a very large vehicle, it doesn't drive like a big vehicle. You can get into some SUVs and they just feel huge and kind of goofy on the road, like my old Ford Explorer. This thing, the steering, the handling is excellent, and it feels like a much smaller vehicle when you're driving it. And I really enjoyed it. It definitely has that Subaru steering feel, and it all around drove very nice. The final thing I wanted to talk about here is the motor. 2.4 liter, 4-cylinder, 260 horsepower, 277 foot-pounds of torque. And I only drove the vehicle for a short time on the road here, but the power was excellent in my opinion. All right guys, we're going to just do a quick acceleration. We're rolling just a little bit at about 15 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour. So a little bit of lag, which is normal. You can feel the turbo kick in. There's 50, and we're already at 60, so it's quick. I did read some complaints and other reviews about, oh, it's only a 4-cylinder, et cetera, but the turbocharger really makes a difference here. The acceleration is, I think it actually felt kind of quick. I don't know what the 0 to 60 time is, but I can't imagine anyone having problems with the power of this. Very nicely done, and it works very well with the CVT. So tell me about what you were just talking about, the cameras. Let's show those.
So you get a front view camera, and this will automatically turn on when you're parking into a parking spot and trying to line yourself up.
That's awesome.
You go in the reverse, and when you go back and forward, this will just turn on automatically. It's a 180-degree view. It's located up in the front bumper, just below the Subaru symbol. And then you also have your normal rear view camera up here, And if you have things inside the car and you want to have a better view, there's a camera on the back.
That's super cool.
And this gives you a full color view of everything behind the car without getting obstructed with things inside in your view.
Nice.
And that's all on the touring model.
And of course you have the big backup camera.
Big backup camera is going to be still here on the screen.
After driving a while for a bit, we headed back to the house and we looked at a few more of the cool aspects of the Ascent. So the power liftgate is one, can be controlled by the app or by your key, obviously. This little accessory that Trent got is kind of like a cargo strap slash net slash bag. You can see how it attaches here, really cool. That was awesome. And then to take it off, same kind of thing, just unclipped it, hook it back up, and then there's that little Subaru bag there, and then it's also a zipper all the way across, so you can put stuff inside that bag or inside the netting part, which is really cool. And then the seats to get into the back are similar to like a Jeep. They fold forward, you just push them, and there's actually plenty of room to get in and out. Those side doors and for the second row actually open very wide, and I'm sorry I didn't get a good shot of that. And then Trent's about 5'8", 5'9", like me, and he's got room, and that second row set of seats actually moves forward and back as well. Alright guys, so we are headed out to Reddington Pass. Trent's behind me in his Ascent. I'm in my Crosstrek, and we're going to play around in the dirt a little bit with his car and get some filming of that, do some drone footage, etc. So let's get into that. So we headed out into Reddington Pass. This is an area I've been to before. You guys have seen it in my videos. And hit some dirt areas here. And Trent really wanted to try out the Ascent and kind of see what it was capable of to help him with explaining things to his customers. So we really put it through the test today, and some of that stuff's coming up soon. Hope you enjoy. So after a couple miles, we stopped here at this little spot and just wanted to try out this little off-road. And unfortunately, right there is where he scratched his front for the first time. Seems to be a trend with Subaru here. But all in all, for being how big it is, the Ascent did really well off-road. And you'll see as we go along here, there's some pretty intense stuff that he got into. After driving back into Reddington for quite a few miles, we headed into a little side road and a little parking lot. Parked the Crosstrek there and then took the Ascent out on this little loop to really test its off-road ability. And in all honesty, I was very impressed. It is a very big vehicle, and despite its size and its 20-inch wheels and street tires, it did quite well. Some of the stuff we went on, you can't necessarily see it in the video, but was pretty nasty, and the car did excellent. The biggest thing that lets it down is the height and the size of the hood. It's kind of difficult to see in front of the vehicle when you're going to hit like a big drop-off or a nasty undulation. And that's kind of, one time we hit the front pretty hard, and he also hit the driver's side kind of middle section of the vehicle, kind of ripped off a piece of plastic. But all in all, came away relatively unharmed. And in all honesty, we probably did 99% more off-roading than anyone who buys this vehicle is going to do. And it showed me that if you just like to go on fire roads or very slight off-roading, this vehicle is going to be excellent for camping, all the typical Subaru stuff. After filming the off-road loop, we decided to park the vehicles at different angles and to take some different pictures to give you size comparison of the Crosstrek and the Ascent and kind of see the dimensions. We had a great day out there, and it was a really good time getting to know this Ascent, and I highly recommend if you're looking for a 7 or 8 passenger vehicle to check it out. It is a very nice car, really well done by Subaru, and very fairly priced for its options in its class. So check it out. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. Come back for more videos, and we'll see you next time.